Hi, my name is Ruben and I am the owner of Top Lawn Pros. And if you're watching this video, it's because you're wondering how often should you mow your lawn? Is there a one-size-fits-all approach? And the answer is no. It depends on a lot of things. Number one, it depends on the care that you put into your lawn. So, do you water the lawn with sprinklers? Do you fertilize your lawn? Those are two factors to consider in the frequency of mowing your lawn. So let's say you don't do either of those things. Well, it's also going to depend on the time of the year. So let's look at that scenario. You don't water your lawn, you don't fertilize, and it's the rainy season. Well, you probably want to mow your lawn every week, at most every 2 weeks. Now, once we are getting into the colder months, the winter, if you so want to call that, we're here in Central Florida, so West Central Florida. So if you want to call it the winter, it does get a little bit colder. During that time of the year, you probably can get away with mowing it once a month. And at some point, the lawn may even go dormant, so you don't have to mow it again until springtime or until we start getting rain. Now, looking at the other scenario, let's say you do water the lawn, you do fertilize, so you're trying to take good care of the lawn, and it's the middle of the rainy season. You will need, at a bare minimum, a weekly mow. Sometimes you may even need to mow it twice a week. This is something that you need to assess, and it's not something general. It's more specific to each lawn, but at a bare minimum, you want to mow your lawn at a minimum once a week if you're fertilizing and watering the lawn. Now, in the winter months, whether you water the lawn and fertilize it, we have less sun, so the sun is out for less. It's a little bit colder. So at that point, you can get away with mowing it every 2 weeks, even if you fertilize and water the lawn. Now, let's look at sod type and what type of sod you have. So sometimes we want to mow the lawn as short as possible so that we can wait longer between mows. That's a frequent mistake that, let's say, beginners make. You don't want to be out in the heat, understandably so. You don't want to be spending more than once a month out doing the lawn, so you mow it as short as possible. And that's a recipe for disaster for the lawn. So what you're going to end up doing is cutting it too short, stressing the lawn, and creating the perfect storm for weed pressure. So you don't want to do that. You want to mow it a little bit taller, depending on the sod type. So St. Augustine, we recommend not going any shorter than 4 inches. And summertime, we want to be at 5 inches realistically. Bahia, I've found that the sweet spot is 3 inches. So 3 inches is the sweet spot, especially if you don't water and fertilize the lawn. It looks much nicer at 3 inches. Now, if you do water and fertilize your Bahia, going a little bit taller will make it look nice. It will look just fine, especially if the lawn is thick. So again, we're talking about one size fits all. There's really not one size fits all, but this is just a general idea. Zoysia grass or sod, you have a wider range. Zoysia, you can go as low as 2 inches and you can go as high as 5. Kind of depends on the look that you're looking for, that you're going for. So now, what I'll tell you about Zoysia or any type of sod, if you are at 5 inches and you want to go down to 2 inches, you got to do that gradually. You can't go 5 inches to 2 inches all of a sudden. You want to go gradually and work your way down to 2 inches, so maybe a 1/4 inch at a time, or maybe 1/2 inch at a time each week, going a little bit shorter. Because if you try to go from 5 to 2 immediately, you're going to really stress your lawn. And the last one is that Bermuda. So the Bermuda, typically this is the type of grass that's used in golf courses, and this, you can go down to less than 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. You can cut it really short. Now, to achieve that, you need a nice leveled yard. Otherwise, you're going to be scalping the yard if it's not nice and level. So you want looking for a leveled lawn, and you can definitely achieve that short blade of grass. Bermuda, again, it's got a big range. You can go taller if you really wanted to. You can go up to 3 inches if you really wanted to. but the shorter you mow that Bermuda, the better it looks, the nicer that golf course type of look. So these are a few things to follow in your journey of deciding how tall am I mowing my lawn, how frequently do I need to mow it, and how well do I maintain it. So if this has been helpful, please leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, and if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. If there's anything that you're looking to learn about, leave it in the comments as well. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions and shoot a video answering those questions.